In this tutorial, I am going to show you what is array. Array is very important thing in PHP. It actually stores multiple values in one single variable. I am going to give an example of array so you will understand. For example, I want to add 5 numbers. So what we can do, we can just add the numbers something like that. This is one number, this is another number into another variable. So I give another variable like this. Okay, so for example, these 3 numbers I will go to add. So here I can just run this a plus b plus c, right? So what will be the output? The output is okay, you will get the result. I am going to zoom the screen. Okay, so 82 is the result. Now in the array we do not need to declare these 3 variables. In array we can do this using only one variable. So just give it, this is the array a plus the array elements will be, for example, 20, then 40, then 22. Array, you can specify the array elements using keeping each element and then a comma after that. Okay, so each element will be separated by comma, and in this way you can define the elements into array. So array variable is, for example, array arr equal to this one, for example. So instead of this, you can easily put the variables into an array like this. Here instead of this, how we can show the each elements of an array. For example, I want to get the 20 from an array. So here just put arr of index 0. Remember that I am going to discuss you about the first array, that is indexed array. There are total 3 types of arrays, that is indexed array, associative array, multi-dimensional array. In the index array there will be an index that is numeric. Here you see that the first item will be into an index that is 0, second item will be 1, and third item will be 2. So if you write here array of 0, arr of 0, that means 20 will come into the output. Refresh, you see that 20 comes. That means each array element starts with the index 0. So this is index 0, 1, 2 in this way. Here if I call 2, then 0, 1, 2, then 22 will be in the output. So I am going to refresh, you see that 22 comes in the output. So if I want to add these 3 numbers, I can get the first number, then add it with the second number, then add it with the third number. So this will be my output, and this is 82. So it is working like this way. So the less variable you will use, the less your code will be effective. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to use this array another way. For example, if you want to add or subtract or if you want to do some this type of mathematical operations on the array elements, then you will have to put those here as integer or float format. But it is possible that I can use the array elements as a string. For example, I have an array, I have the country list. Here I am going to give the array name country list. So first country is this, second country is this, third country is this, like this. I want to show the country list. So here I can use here the country list variable like before, country list of 0. That means the first country will come in the output. So refresh, you will see that the first country comes. So like the integer values, you can also show the string values using the index system of an array. So this is actually the indexed array, and you see that I use a format that is array in the beginning, but if you want you can write this into another way, that is without using the array. I can put the third bracket like this. So using the bracket you can assign array like this, so it will work the same way. If I go to refresh, you will see that it is also an array. So this is the shorthand format. so I will always use the short format from now instead of array. Okay, so this is an indexed array. Now I want to retrieve all the elements of an indexed array. You already know about loops because I have described what is for loop, for each loop, etc. The indexed array, I can get the indexed array using the for loop. I can get all the elements, but if I want to get all the elements of an associative array, then I will have to use for each loop. It is actually not associative array, it is an indexed array. Okay, because each element is in the index 0, 1, 2 like this. So I am going to do one thing. I want to show all the elements of this array. If you do like this one 0, 1, 2, this is actually a very time consuming process because the array can contain 100 elements. So how you can write like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this way 100? No, that is not a good idea. So what I am going to do, I am going to use a loop. Remember that in order to get how many elements into an array, we can use the function count. So if I simply call this one, it will tell me how many elements is into the array. So I will use the user defined the built-in count function and pass the parameter country list here, and it will tell me how many elements, total 3 elements. Now I will call a for loop, and I will start from the index 0 because you know first element is 0. So I is, for example, the index number. Okay, so I equal to 0, then I less than equal to up to what? The count of country list. You can give here 3, no problem, and here you can also give like that, but it will not be 3, actually it will be less than 3, 0, 1, 2 or equal to 2, both are okay. Less than 3 or less than equal to 2, both are the same thing here. So what I am going to copy this one, and here I am going to stop this. I am going to show the country list like this. So when my program will be into this for loop, the first time the I equal to 0, it will come here. So country list of 0 will be shown, that means Bangladesh. Second time it will go, I will be incremented, so the value of I will be next time 1. So it will be country list of 1, that means this one USA will be shown. In this way it will go to the end of the loop. So here I am going to give here a beer as a new line after this element in order to show the list. So go here, refresh, you will see that the 3 elements are coming here. So in this way, if there are many other elements, for example another one is Australia, then another one is like this. Here you see that I have to calculate how many elements are here. So if you write the straight numbers here, you will have to calculate it manually, but if there are hundreds plus items, then it is actually very tough to calculate how many items are there. So we can use the count of country list. It will be here, that means how many items, so less than that item. So automatically all the items that will be into the array will be in front of you. So refresh, you will see that total 5 items are coming. So I do not need to count it manually. So in this way I can get all the elements of an array. I am going to show you another thing here, another calculation of an array. I am going to try you understand the index array very well. So I am going to give you more example. For example, I am going to assign some values into an array, numbers. For example, numbers are here 23, 44 and 98, 12, 9, 34. Okay, these are the numbers. Now I will get what numbers are here. We know already here is for loop, and using the for loop I can print all these numbers, right? So here is numbers and this is number list. Now if I refresh, you will see that all the elements will come here and these are numbers. Now I want to add all the numbers that are given into an array. So I will go to add all the numbers. So 23 plus 44 plus 98, what will be the result up to this? So in that case, I am going to assign a variable total outside the loop. When I will be into here, actually how I will add that. For example, 0 plus 23 equal to 23. That means I will add with it this, the result. I will first add these two numbers, then what I will get, I will add with that these numbers, then what I will get the result. With that I will add this, with the result I will add this, with the result I will add this. In this way I will calculate the numbers, the addition. So like this, 23, so 23 plus next one is 44, what will come? For example, 67, then 67 plus next is 98. In this way I will calculate. So as a initialize, I will have to call here a total. In the inner side I will call the total equal to total plus, here will be numbers of I. So here what will happen, the total will be 0 first time. With 0, the numbers of I means the first element 23, it will be assigned in the total. So total is updated. Now the value of total is 23. So when I will be into the second iteration where I equal to 1, that means 44 I will get. So the previous result 23 plus 44 will be 67. So total is updated, now it is 67. Third iteration it will go and pick this one. So with the 67 it will add the 98 like this. In this way, that when the loop will be ended, the total actually will contain the final result. So here if you want to calculate it, total, what will be the result? The total addition. So here go 220 is the result. I can show it in a very good format. For example, I can show it like this, the number 1 plus another one plus another one, at last it will come like this equal total. In this way I can show it like this, but a plus sign come in the last. So here what I can do, if I put the plus in the beginning, it will be helpful for me. For example like this, so plus is in the beginning. So refresh it. So this one I will omit. So what I will do, you can do it many way. You know, I have shown you a continuous system. So here I can call if I equal 0, that means when first time I will be in the loop, I will not use that. So here what I can do, in that case I will use just this one. I will not need to have continue. Okay, so this is okay. Else I am going to write this like this way. So first time I will be 0 only one time, that is in the first iteration, and in that case there will be no plus sign in the beginning. But for all other cases I will not be 0, and in all other cases I will have to add the plus sign in the beginning. So this is very convenient method. I give it, you see that the total result is 220. So all the addition is now completed. Now you can put as many numbers as you want into here, all will be automatically added. Okay, so I just edit this array and add more elements. So refresh. Now you see that 1120 is the total addition. So I add all the items here, so automatically it will work. So I hope you have understood how I have worked with the indexed array.